Hello, my name is Joshua Ray. I've been a fan of sports for as long as I can remember, mostly football, baseball, and basketball. Like many children, I had idols that I looked up to, such as Peyton Manning, Matt Hasselbeck, and especially Ken Griffey Jr. As I grew older, I quickly realized not every athlete was perfect and they had plenty of scandals. I first realized this after seeing Mark McGwire being arrested for steroids, and then Barry Bonds, and then Alex Rodriguez. And just when I thought it was a weird coincidence of sorts, we had Brett Favre sending his private parts to ESPN reporters. This started to make me raise questions, and I thought to myself, why does it seem that athletes are getting in trouble more nowadays than in years past? To answer this question, I had to ask a few of my friends to see what their thoughts were. This is what they had to say. Alright, so today we have my friend Tanner Hole over here. That's Tanner. And where he was reluctant to give me an interview. The question we'll be asking you, Tanner, is why in today's society does it seem that athletes are getting in trouble more than it seems in years previous?
Well, I think it's kind of a two-part thing. The first part is because the media kind of like puts them on like a higher like pedestal, so like above the law than they actually can. And also, I think it's just because the society today is changing. Just like with it seems like fraternities are now in more trouble than they were in years past. Same thing with athletes. It's not that they're doing anything worse or better. It's just that you can't get away with the same stuff you did in years past.
After hearing what Tanner had to say, I began to look at what exactly these athletes aren't getting away with. What I found out, thanks to the information from uscollegesearch.org, was that since 2009, about 1 in 45 NFL players get arrested each year, and many of these arrests are the result of some form of drunk driving. When looking further into the issue, I realized that drunk driving wasn't the only reason, but also violence, murder, then followed by weapon charges. This statistic blew my mind. While reading on, I discovered that in 2010, the NFL experienced 507 arrests alone. Now, not every one of those arrests come from murder, gun charges, or drunk driving, but some of them are. After being completely blown away, I had to ask another friend what his thoughts were, and this is what he had to say. So today we're sitting with my friend Noah, and we're here to discuss why it seems athletes are getting in trouble more than in years past. Noah?
Yeah, okay, so I think it's not the athletes themselves that have changed. I think it's society around them. We've become a lot more strict on people that act out in any way for things such as partying, drug usage. Athletes behind the scenes have done this for decades, centuries. It's always been a thing. They've always done this. But all these things really start. It's really people are on the surface, and everyone's starting to be able to see the things that these people do with their lives outside of the field.
After hearing what both Tanner and Noah had to say, I had to do a little self-reflection on why I thought things like this were happening. So, I feel that athletes are getting in trouble more nowadays than in years past because of technology around us. I agree with Noah when he said that society has changed around us. It is possible that athletes have been doing this for years, and maybe we are realizing it more now than ever because our technology allows us to hear about something on the other side of the world, at times at less than an hour of it happening. I do hope that athletes do realize this so that they can go back to being the role model that I remember them as being when I was younger. That being said, wraps up my exploration in the world of criminal sports. And I hope for those of you watching, I taught you something and left you a bit curiosity to look up some of the stuff for your own. Thank you for watching, and good luck with finals.